What's going on, YouTubers? Welcome to another episode of Super Retro Geek. And today I actually want to talk about what is, in my mind, the most important phone of 2014. Now, it's not what you think. It's not the Samsung Galaxy S5, the HTC M8, the OnePlus One, or even the upcoming iPhone 6. The most important phone of 2014, I think, is this phone. And my apologies for this sorry presentation, but this is the Moto G by Motorola. And if you're not too familiar with this phone, you probably will be. This actually came out last year, November 2013. And although it didn't get the same notoriety and publicity as some of the big flagships, it was still a very, very important phone. Now, there are a few reasons why I think this is the most important phone of 2014. And I'm going to go over them right now. The first being with the actual build quality of this phone. Not just the outside build quality, but the internal build qualities. So first, let's actually just look at the actual physical dimensions of this. This phone, it's very simple. Very understated design. As you can see right there, there's a 1.3 megapixel front-facing camera. There is, well, the normal headphone jack and microphone, but there's also a 5 megapixel rear camera with a flash, and there's also this little dimple here. And so when you hold this phone in your hand, it is extremely comfortable. So that's just the actual hardware, the build quality there. And now the internals itself, this phone actually comes with a quad-core Snapdragon 400 chipset running at 1.2 gigahertz. It has 1 gig of RAM. And this version, this is the first ones that came out this last year. It comes with either 8 or 16 gig. But a new version just came out this year that actually comes with LTE and also a micro SD card slot, which the original didn't have. And so now the one thing that I love about this, or one of the best things I love about this, is the screen. This is actually a 720p screen with 326 ppi. And all that means is this screen looks amazing. And you'll know why this is so important when you see the next reason why I think this is the most important phone of 2014. But all those things aside, the build quality, the internals, the beautiful screen, all add up to an amazing user experience. This is extremely fast, and it's extremely snappy, and it's very easy to use. This doesn't have a lot of the crazy skins or bloated skins like the Samsung TouchWiz. It's almost stock Android. I actually have Nova Launcher on top of this, and so it is a wonderful, wonderful user experience, especially if this is your first smartphone. And which comes to my second reason. Now, the speed, the screen, the internal, and so forth wouldn't really mean much if it wasn't for the fact that this phone actually starts at $180 full price unlocked. That's for the 8 gig model. And this model, this is the 16 gig model. It's actually $200. Now, as I said earlier, a new version came out this year. It's LTE with the SD card slot, and that is $220. And that is amazing. I mean, for the qualities that you're getting, for the speed, the user experience, and the fact that Motorola, which used to be owned by Google, has done an amazing job of keeping this on the newest version of Android. It just can't be beat. Even a lot of flagship models don't offer the latest versions of Android at the pace that Motorola is still doing it. And that comes to the last thing that the last and most important reason why I think this is the most important phone of 2014, because of mainly the phenomenal price and the amazingly great build quality. This phone is finally bringing a high quality phone at a price that's low enough for the masses. And that's why it's the most important phone of 2014. Finally, we actually have a high quality phone that's going to bring technologies to the masses. And for most people who aren't aware of this, the U.S. Is not the only country in the world, as much as we'd like to think. There are many other countries around the world, specifically developing countries such as India, parts of China, Europe, South America, that don't have the access to just go out and buy a flagship phone that would probably cost them about $1,000 US, which is a lot of money. And so by Motorola doing this, by bringing a high quality, low cost phone, more and more people are going to have access to technology. You know, more people are going to be able to communicate, more people are going to be able to connect, and that's why I think it's so important. And there's already been predictions that phones of this quality and probably higher, they're going to dip below $100 by the end of this year. And I see that happening because Motorola, they also released the Moto E, and I think that's primarily for South America this year, and that was $120. So it's not really unthinkable to think that there would be a sub $100 phones with this quality coming out this year, especially in countries where mobile devices developing rapidly, such as Africa. So that is my basically my thoughts on the most important phone of 2014. I love the Motorola G phone. It sets the standard for others to follow. Whether it's a high tier phone, mid tier phone, or low tier phone, it's amazing what they were able to do. And I hope there are more phones like this upcoming, and hopefully soon. So I would like to hear your thoughts and comments on what you think is the most important phone of 2014. And if you like my videos, please subscribe, and we'll see you in the next episode.